Are you tired of your fire-bellied toad ignoring you during feeding time? It's a common struggle for many amphibian enthusiasts, and it can be frustrating when your little friend seems uninterested in their meals. But what if I told you there's a way to train your toad to respond to feeding cues? Feeding time should be a joyful experience, but if your toad isn't responding, it can feel like you're talking to a rock. Many toad owners wonder, why won't my toad eat when I want them to? You're not alone in this, and today we're going to unlock the secret to getting your toad to recognize feeding cues. Stick around until the end, because I'm going to share a simple yet effective technique that will have your fire-bellied toad eagerly anticipating feeding time. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Have you ever waved a tasty worm in front of your toad only to be met with a blank stare? It's frustrating, right? Let me know in the comments if you've tried different foods or feeding times with no success. I've been there too. Let's dive into why your fire-bellied toad might not be responding. Toads are creatures of habit, and they thrive on routine. If they don't associate you with food, they might just ignore you. Understanding their behavior is key to training them to recognize feeding cues. It's almost like they have their own little toad world where humans don't exist. But don't worry, we can bridge that gap. Now, here's the key to unlocking your toad's feeding response. I've developed a simple training method that has worked wonders for my own fire-bellied toad, and I'm excited to share it with you. Step 1. Create a feeding routine. Feed your toad at the same time every day. This helps them associate that time with food, making them more likely to respond. Step 2. Use a consistent cue. Choose a specific sound or phrase, like dinner time, and use it every time you feed them. Over time, they'll learn to associate that cue with food. Step 3. Be patient and observant. Watch for signs of hunger, like increased activity or searching behavior. When you see these signs, use your cue and offer food. Hang on a little longer, because in just a moment, I'm going to share a fun trick that can make feeding time even more exciting for your toad. Did you know that toads can actually recognize their owners? It's true. They may not come when called, but they can learn to associate you with food. Here's the fun trick. Try using a small bell or a gentle tapping sound before feeding. This can create a positive association and make your toad more excited for mealtime. Just remember to be consistent. Let's recap. We discussed why your fire-bellied toad might not be responding, covered a simple training routine, and highlighted the importance of consistency. Plus, I shared a fun trick to make feeding time more exciting. With patience and practice, you'll have your toad eagerly awaiting their meals. I remember when I first got my toad, Hopper. He would just sit there, completely uninterested in food. It wasn't until I established a routine and used a cue that he started to perk up. It felt like a breakthrough, and I hope you'll experience the same success. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on caring for your amphibian friends. Do you have any feeding tips for your toad? Share them below. I'd love to hear what's worked for you.